All right, friends. We never believed this, but there were a couple of technical difficulties as we were getting going here with our guest. And before we get on with regular introductions and guests at the meetings, let's just go ahead and Greg Short is here from Division 6, and he'd like to say a few words about the Division 6 Mid-Central Region Convention coming up, which you've all seen in the pie card and in Groups IO, right, everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody aware of the Mid-Central Region Convention? Great. So Greg is here to say a few words for us about the convention. Go ahead, Greg. Nice to see you today.
All right. I'm glad to be here. Sorry things aren't working out the way we hoped. As everybody should know, we are hosting this year's MCR. We will be hosting that in Dublin, which is obviously a suburb of Columbus. For those who have participated in past conventions, this will be the hotel that we had the last one at. Got the Embassy Suites. Room rates right now are $139 a night for a single king bed, $149 for 2 double beds. All suites are 2-room and are non-smoking. The hotel offers free parking, free breakfast, and 2 drinks during the happy hour. Attendees can also purchase lunch on site, so you don't have to leave. And the hotel does have a coffee shop during the daytime. Our registration is now open. We are using RegFox and a printed form. You can use either one by going to the registration tab on our website, on the convention website. Cost right now is $70. That is an early bird special till February 1. After February 1st, the cost will go to $80. We did try to keep the rates down because the hotel rates being a little higher. Registration dates will also determine the availability of some of the program. Big things will be op sessions and hands-on modeling. Going into op sessions, we have several layouts that are going to be open for operating. Operating layout times, we've kind of spread them out a little bit. Instead of having them all one evening, they will be different times during the convention. So you have to check the timetable on those when we finally get them confirmed and on the website. One of the big reasons we wanted to spread things out is a lot of the guys who are offering their layout for operations are also helping with the convention. So they're kind of juggling a couple of different things going on there. Op sessions also will be self-drive, meaning we can't provide transportation to them. We'd like to, but it's just not going to happen. Likewise with the layout tours, we have several of them, and they're once again going to kind of be spread out over the time of the convention just because our guys are doing double duty. Obviously, everybody that's ever been involved kind of knows. Clinics, we're going to have 3 clinic rooms. We have quite a number of clinics. One thing that we initially wanted to do starting out is we wanted to try to run each clinic twice. Reason for that is obviously everybody's been to a convention, wanted to see a clinic, but there was 2 of them at the same time, and you kind of had to decide which one do you want to go see. This way it gives everybody a chance to see every clinic that they want to go to. There will be an extra fare clinic in the morning, Friday morning. That is limited to 20 individuals. And like I said before, determination of who will get to attend will be by registration date. We also, as part of our layout tours, we had a trip plan. We had to cancel that plan due to transportation issues and insurance issues. However, the layout, which is a live operating layout, live steam layout. They are going to be open during the time of the convention. And if anybody would still like to go to that, you're more than welcome to take the time to go to it. We'll put maps and signups on that for anybody who would like to do that. Company store, typical convention, company store is going to run just pretty much like all the others have before. We will have door prizes and raffles. Thanks to Mr. Tamair, our T-Track looks like it's going to come off pretty nicely. Little history. Division 6 does not have a big following for T-Track. Most of the guys that we had that were doing T-Track have left for various reasons, mainly moving out of state. So it kind of left us with nobody really to run it. And we were trying to figure out what to do. And I approached Bruce, and Bruce more than willingly stepped in to help out. So this goes, goes to show to all the divisions that, we can't help each other do these conventions. It makes a little easier now that we have the electronic ways of communicating and doing things, where in previous times we wouldn't have had that. But T-Track has got its own room. Bruce has got a layout designed. They got a program coming together for that. So I know I think he said your division does have a number of T-Track modules and stuff down there. So more, just follow up with him, and you're more than welcome to bring them. We do have our contest room layout set. We have our contest room. Contest will be obviously run by the region. So we've provided the room and everything's going there. We did get our banquet menu nailed down here in the last week and a half. Our menu will be a beef selection, salmon, or eggplant. And we were able to keep the price at $55 a plate, which is what we've had for the last couple of years. And that was one of the big hangups with the hotel, was they were really trying to sweat the pricing. Obviously, with price of food going up, they were working it out, and we were all able to come to that. We do have a guest speaker, gentleman named Stu Nicholson, who is in Ohio, one of the most connected people railroad wise, as far as in the state house throughout the state. He's a big drive behind the new passenger service that they're working on providing in the state. So we're really looking forward to what he's going to have to say. For those of you who have been to Columbus before or have not been to Columbus, we do have a great, myriad of things to do outside of the convention. We have great shopping. We have great museums, a lot of first-class restaurants. We have live sporting events. If somebody would like to take in a live sporting event, the Columbus Zoo, one of the nation's premier zoos, just up the street from where we're going to be. Like I said, there's just so many, we really can't list them. And we also have a couple things other going for us. If you want to go watch trains, if that's what you like to do, we've got a couple really nice places that are safe to go do that. And we have a couple pretty decent hobby shops, one of which is still exclusively model trains. Anybody's been to the hobby shops knows that's getting tougher and tougher to find. It actually works out that the gentleman that runs this place is an NMRA member also. So that works out for us that way. And we hope to see you guys there. Anybody have any questions or anything? I'm more than willing to answer them.
Any questions from the room? Jackson.
Vendors. Is that going to be a thing for this one? I've looked on your website a couple of times. Is that going to be a thing?
We do. I mean, we do have some room in the company store for that, but we don't have an actual area for vendors set up.
Any other questions? Well, I guess you did a good job of covering it, Greg.
Well, I thank you.
Okay, but I might have missed this. Are they gonna have a room where you can bring stuff and sell it?
Yeah, that will be the company store.
Company store.
Okay.
Sometimes they call it different things. You're calling it a company store.
Yep.
Okay. All right, Greg. Well, I know you're missing your own meeting. If you want to leave us, you're welcome to stay, or you can join your own meeting.
All righty. Well, thank you. I think I'll go back and join mine.
I appreciate you coming by today. And
Hey, I appreciate you guys
Columbus.
giving us the time. I know we've had some issues, some mix-ups and some stuff, and I really appreciate what you guys taking a little bit of time out for us. And we hope to see you there in May.
No problem. I'll reach out to you on email and get a copy of your PowerPoint presentation. And we'll make it available to our members if anybody wants to watch it.
All righty. Very good.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Call to order. And we're recalling it to order. And it's January 18th already, halfway through the month. Just a few more days will be into February, and I know it's going to warm up.
Not tomorrow.
There's a bridge down downtown, so
Everybody sign up on the sign up sheet today in the room?
3 people did.
3 people
Most
do.
of us.
Good,
How many are here?
good. We have quite a few new members, as you can see from the list here. And I know one of the new members. I see Jim Mayers here.
Yes, I was late.
I noticed you came in
I
late.
went to the wrong library.
Okay, sorry to hear that. Well, now you know where we are. We did put a map online. And you, sir, I didn't catch your name back in the corner.
Richard Fosler.
Okay, you're Richard Fosler. Nice to meet you, Richard. So we have, I think that's all the new members we have in the room today, and I don't believe we have any online, do we, Russell?
no, we don't. But hey, Ron, for somebody who we haven't seen for a long time, is Mark Hedges with us?
Oh,
today.
yeah, I meant to mention that. Mark Edge is online. Hello, Mark. Say hello to us, Mark. Unmute yourself and say hello.
Be back.
Good to see you, Mark. All
Yeah.
right.
Mark's lost for words. First.
And I don't see any visitors in the room today. Russ, you don't have no visitors, right?
No, other than Mark per se.
Yeah, other than Mark. Mark's not.
Yeah,
a visitor.
yeah.
All right. Welcome, everybody. All right, minutes from the last meeting. I assume everybody's seen our new feature in Groups IO, or those of you who are in Groups IO, where you can read the minutes from the last meeting online, and you can intelligently vote on them when we go to say, can we have a motion to approve the minutes as posted
So moved.
on the website? Stan is usually first to that. Who's going to second it? David Mertz. Thank you, David.
David.
All those in favor of approving? By the way, while we're on the subject of Rick Maloney
Yeah.
right now, let's just take a moment and recognize our newest Silver Spike recipient, Rick Maloney.
Yeah, the Christmas party where I was awarded it, it came to a huge shock to me. As somebody's the chairman of the Silver Spike Award, I had no idea I was getting a Silver Spike.
You need to do a better job then, Rick.
You're slipping.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Anyway, all those in favor of approving the minutes as posted? Aye, maybe we did that already. Any opposed? Great, thank you. And now it's time for money with Mike Berry.
Hey, thank you. Okay, kind of get comfortable and I will try to hold this down, but we've got a 2-month time frame here since the last meeting. And since the last meeting, we had this thing called a fall train show and sale and our Christmas dinner, right? So, the monthly treasurer's report is 2 pages, okay? So don't worry though, don't worry, all right? I'm gonna touch on the, train show. So that's a quick and dirty, if you want to call it that. And like I said, any questions right now? I know I flew over the stuff. But if anybody wants to see all the details, they are here. I really do have all the details. So if you want to take a look at them or you want me to send them to you, I'm happy to do that.
Any questions from Mike? Any questions from home, Russ? No, I'm feeling no.
Sorry, Ron. No, sir, not what I can see.
Okay, thank you, Russ. So let's have a motion to approve Mike's report.
Group subject to audit.
Is that you? Said that, Bob?
You have to have audit every year, right?
Yeah.
No,
Thank you.
no, we don't audit every.
It was first by Al Goodman and seconded by Al Goodman. Al, would you stand up and introduce yourself to Rick, please?
They
Second by
go
Bob
for
Frank
audit, you're
Rowe.
right. The audit's done every 2 years.
I was treasurer for 6 years. I don't think I was ever audited.
Yeah, no, we get audited every.
Well,
2
that's
years.
changed with the new
That's how
administration.
I got those nice locomotives.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
All those in favor of approving the report signify by saying yes or any opposed?
Mike does a great
Good job, Mike.
thank you.
Nobody opposed.
Yeah, really. Well, I was trying to hold it all down because it's ugly, really, as far as how much there is.
January's a tough meeting.
Not treasurer. After 6 years.
Committee reports, and Mike, member welfare, we got a big list up here.
Oh, yeah, it's, I mentioned early a moment ago, this is a different kind here. We, as you see, there are 7 names there. The first one, sadly, is the Wes Gardner's wife that passed away back in mid-November, Anna O'Neill, her name. And then about 3 weeks later, Wes had a heart attack. Wes got a stent implanted and he's doing quite well now. Then Joanne Brennan, Tom Gunther, Mark Norman, Mike Shane, and Kent Westfall's wife, Jude, all been in and thankfully out of the hospital.
Yeah, Tom's here today.
Yeah, and Tom is here today, so good deal. Tom's been on vacation, I heard him say too, so doing well. Yeah, those of you that know Mike Shane, Doc Shane, he's a K&I guy mostly.
Yeah.
He's not doing well, but that's a different long story there. But anyway, that's what we've been doing. A lot of gift cards, a lot of get well cards, sympathy card, that sort of thing went out the last couple months, with Division 8's name on the bottom of them. So that's what we do. Any questions about any of that? As always, I plead, let us know when somebody goes to the hospital or worse. Please let us know so we can do these kind of things.
Well, thank you, Mike and Teresa, for taking care of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
if you don't know, Teresa, Mike's wife, makes all the get well cards or handmade cards. I don't want you to get sick to see one of these cards, but it's almost worth it. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Okay.
I know this was a little more work than you bargained for when you volunteered to do this job. Hopefully, we'll have a good rest of January and February.
Amen.
Quieter.
Amen.
Mark Norman. Mark is online today on Zoom. Hi, Mark. You doing okay after your surgery earlier this week?
Oh, yeah, 2 surgeries across a period of 4 days. I don't have the video on. You don't want to see what it looks like, but everything's good. Stopped taking drugs last night at 5 p.m. So I'm cleaning up.
Okay.
I got some for sale so I could finance my hobby.
Sounds good. I'm glad,
Okay.
I'm glad you're on the mend.
Thank you. It was a ride.
And in Mark's place, we have his associate, Mr. Kukler. He has a picture of some kind to share with us.
Well, anyhow, Stan White has received a merit award for a concrete bridge that he constructed. And this is the certificate that goes with that.
Okay,
Thank you, Beth.
so look at, smile, at the same time, open up. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
How many structures you have done now, Mark? Oh, good.
Thank you, Bob. And congratulations, Stan. And now it's time for Barry Christensen.
I've got a contest.
We got two months worth of contests to go over here, so.
We do, December is all virtual. And so, we do highway vehicles, which is a lot of fun. They're really tiny, but they're full of detail. So Bob Franklin, honorable mention, ready for service. Cement going out.
Beautiful truck.
Yeah, it's fabulous. And we got third place, we got John Helton. So way back in the 1950s, those Freightliners and fluted side van. So congratulations, John.
That's an unusual, it's called a bubble nose.
Yeah.
Freightliner, unusual.
And really, really tiny was Bob's second place Trailways bus. Yeah, that's really sharp. And then for first place, quite a setup there. Randy Griggs got Louisville Gas and Electric Service Truck and Trailer. So come on up, Randy, and we'll give you your certificate.
And said
You can see
service,
that on the tape.
yeah, said service truck is on the show and tell tape.
So Randy, thank you for bringing it today so we can all take a look. That's awesome.
I'll tell you the story of how it happened if you're more bored enough to know.
Okay, well, let's get our picture and then we'll hear the story.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, my wife and I were staying with our daughter and grandson in 2006-07 when our son-in-law was deployed to Iraq. So we were staying at her home. I was mowing the yard and doing some other things. And I think what happened is the gas meter outside when I was mowing the yard, the only thing I can remember now is I might have smelled some gas or something. So I got my soap suds out there and figured out where it was and tightened it up and seemed to fix it. Well, LG&E has to check your work. So they came out in that rig to do that. And I got several pictures of it from different angles, and that's really how it started, you know.
But it's really detailed. I mean, just so many pieces of equipment and everything. So,
Well, it's even got the little, you know, back in the day, you had a water jug that was white plastic on top and pink on the bottom. It's got one of those.
oh, that's great. Watching out for your crew. Well, congratulations. That's really excellent.
Thank you, Randy. Randy, that's S scale, is that correct? Right.
That's,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, good, very good.
All right,
Here we go. Today we're doing freight cars. So just to remind everyone, we're looking at the freight cars here, and then we have another month where we look at the loads. So freight cars is what's being looked at here. Okay, so we have several honorable mentions. Ed Brennan with his UTLX tank car. Steve Lasher with his very old oldie, and that was a really old kit that he put together. Old in terms of several decades back. And then Eric Wagner with his L&N hopper cars there. So congratulations for our honorable mentions. Now for third place today, we've got Randy again with an S scale, and this time it's a railgun, including he noted in his notes there that back in those days, they actually painted the insides white to help the crews judging when they were loading them and everything. They probably stayed white for about a week or so.
At least.
it's a good concept.
Yeah, it's
Maybe a
great.
brother-in-law was in the paint business.
Yeah, there you go. Second place is Bob Frankrone, and he's got these really interesting aluminum on a center partition flat card there. So congratulations, Bob.
Thank you.
And then,
And Bob has a prototype photo that was submitted with it.
oh yes,
This is no bunk.
right, this is the real thing, and it is on the table today. So you'll have a chance to take a look at it during the break or after the meeting. And then Bob Kukler, first place, N-scale gory and defeated flat car. So come on up, Bob, and get your certificate. Congratulations to you.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's all scratch built. All right, let's get a picture.
Smile again, Bob. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Any-
you.
Any tips on how it was built or anything?
It's all evergreen styrene, and then some little brass wire handrails. But it's, there were, I think, 3 photographs of it, showing some of the steps of construction.
Nice work.
Very
And,
there. Way to go, Bobby.
And you guys can take a look at that as well. So thank you guys for bringing in a lot of good stuff for the display tables today.
All 3 of those winners are on the table.
That's
so,
awesome.
yeah.
And then we've got a table over here too with items for sale for y'all to take a look at as well. So this is a lot going on here today. So for February, we do non-steam motive power. So that would be like horse-drawn or cable, cog railways, gas distillate, gravity, hydrogen. Any of those, maybe diesel or electric. Or diesel electric. Turbine. Jet engine. Solar.
Question,
Anyways,
Barry.
yes,
Was there a reason that we changed from steam to diesel locomotives?
well, might have been efficiency,
Oh, good.
which I am not an efficient person, so that.
All
doesn't
right.
work. So anyways, we're looking forward to seeing what y'all bring next month. Have a good day.
Thanks.
Okay, while we're talking about tables, Fred, did you?
Go to the next slide.
Next slide?
Were you gonna say something about all these things that Darcy brought in?
Well, I was just gonna get to that now.
Might be.
Shall I go ahead with that?
Well, you know, you could, or I could, or Darcy could, or maybe Barbara could.
We have show and tell over here, next to Mr. Kukler. Well, and these are not things that you can take home with you. These are show and tell. You can't take those things home. And we also have some
Johnson also brought in some show and tell here.
over on the media, on the technology table.
Which dance is it Z scale?
Actor, and it's making it into escape,
Yes, right.
escape, not escape, escape. Yes, it's escape, but it's escape.
Over on this table here, but I was just gonna say behind Miss Barb, but she's moved now. She's roaming. We have all kinds of stuff. We have some copies of the Cowcatcher magazine, which you're welcome to grab one and take home with you. This is an excellent magazine. And especially if you're one of those that wants a paper magazine in your hands, that's the purpose of the Cowcatcher magazine. He has a newsletter. Yeah. He has a newsletter of some kind, which I've signed up for online, but I've never seen it. But he often sends us these for the train show. So please help yourself to a copy. And there's the whole flyer in here if you're interested in subscribing. It's a good magazine. Coming out of Texas, right, Cecil?
Yep. Right.
And we have some propaganda over here on the table, including train show flyers, if you want to take a few with you. And then on the other table here, we have some free buildings that you can select whatever you'd like to take with you when you leave or during the break. These are from Rob Cooper, a Division 8 member who a lot of you probably don't know. Rob's a Southwest pilot, and he used to work always on the weekend, so we never saw him at a meeting, but he attended some Zoom events, and good guy. But he moved from E-Town up to Chicago area and got rid of many things on his layout. He's building a new layout, but he didn't need a bunch of stuff, so he offered those things to Division 8, and we are sharing these things with our members today. Some of these items will be for sale at the train show or used as door prize at the train show, but these items today are free. What you can do, however, to pay back Division 8 for your gift is go online and buy a train show ticket. If you take 2 buildings, you could buy 2 tickets because, you know, you can buy as many tickets as you want. We are a nonprofit, and the way you can support the division and what we do is by attending the train show. Buy another ticket and share it with a friend or a neighbor or a grandson.
Or granddaughter.
Oh, thank you, Fred. I'm glad you
So I thought to buy a ticket.
don't have to, but
Anyway.
if you take a building and you want to support the division, we welcome your dollars.
You'll get some money from me.
David always buys a ticket. He likes to give me a hard time,
That's right.
and that's fine. I deserve it. Programs and meetings. Oh, Russ Weiss.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Right. You can see that after Russ speaks, then there's all our favorite portion of the meeting. Go ahead, Russ.
How about a slide? There you go. Thanks. Well, isn't that neat? So today we're very pleased to have Charlie Bacola with us. Charlie's going to be talking about railway preservation, the full scope of it. And of course, I'm sure all of you are going to be very interested. Part of Charlie's talk is to talk about 152. So we'll be very interested to see where it stands right now. More on Charlie in a minute. So next month, maybe. There you go. Next month, all the way from Syracuse, New York, is Bill Brown talking about his Lark graphic company. Bill makes backdrops, and he has you buy them on a thumb drive, and he has just about every type of a scene that you can imagine, and you take it to Kinko's or whatever, and have it blown up as big as you'd like it. Or if you don't want to do that, Bill will do it for you in stitch some different scenes together. So whatever you want. So I think Fred and I listened to him out in Long Beach last year, and it's a very interesting program. So we're looking forward to that. And the following month, our own Robert Huffman, Robert's building a new layout, and right now he's going to tell you how he's handling the track, foam to finish. So that should be a very interesting program also. So I'm sorry, Ron.
That's in March.
I'm sorry, one more time.
That is in March.
Yes, March.
Robert.
Right.
Sharing that today.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and so talk about building some layouts. Uncle Division 8 would like you to host a open house. We're really not twisting your arm, but this is a real good motivator, not only to show off your stuff to the other members, but it's definitely when you have a deadline, you get a lot of stuff done. So I encourage you that if you'd like to show off your layout, just let me know a month ahead of time so we can get everything published. Next month, Rick Maloney's going to open up his layout to us, and the following month, Stan White. So you have a couple of months to think about it, and please let me know. We'd love to see your layout. Ron, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thank you, Russell. Train show, Saturday, March 15th, 10 to 3. Although, as an NMRA member, you can come to the show at 9 o'clock if you have your current membership card in hand. The reason we know most of you, but the reason that you need to bring your membership card is because the people that work the admission tables don't know each and every one of you like I do, or like Russell does. Speaking of which, we're looking for volunteers to help us run the train show. It doesn't happen without a staff. In fact, I believe the last show, we actually have a total attendance of close to 900 people, including all the people that come to run the layouts and people that help unload the dealers and the people who work admittance, among other jobs, plus all the dealers. So we have quite a number of people. And we have a sign up over here right below the flyers for the train show. You can sign up to help if you have not done so. And if you're not sure today, if you want to sign up or not, it would be nice if you did, but if you're still not sure, or you don't know what you're doing, it'll be available at the meeting next month on February 15th. And just a reminder, while we're talking about the train show, the meeting will be, the membership meeting will be a week earlier in March, on March 8th, I believe is the date. So keep that in mind, especially those of you entering the contest. If you don't want to sign it, you can always send us an email. And guess what? The superintendent's article in the February pie card, I wrote it personally, will also be an encouragement for you to participate, and we'll give you some further instructions on how you can sign up to help. We're looking forward to seeing you. And we'll now have a quick comment from Fred, apparently.
Bob Dawson is not here today. How many of you noticed that Bob is not here?
I did.
Yeah, there you go. Hooyah. So he had some special requests for Barbara, and one of them is to take a picture of the assembled group here. So everybody look over here, Barbara. Think about smiling.
They're gonna smile and fall. Okay. Smile. And the two people who didn't sign in on the break. Okay.
Thank you.
Now, our favorite time, as I mentioned
You might
before.
need an alibi, so it's good that
Yeah, in case you need an alibi, yeah. Now we're going to adjourn for 5 minutes, in case you need to use the facilities or talk to your friends
Or sign in.
or sign in. And we'll return with
Now you know what-
Charlie.